Hey, Joe here. I'm the custodian at ignitiondiecast.com, but this channel is mostly a video diary of my personal collecting, hijinks, successes, failures. Walk with me now as I open and talk about cars, trucks, and sometimes even action figures. I usually interject some sassy Gen X commentary about the hobby, tales from the toy aisle, and society itself. So be sure to like, subscribe, share, and definitely comment. Your opinion matters. Good morning, Diecast folks, channel viewers, friends, family, random people who saw this video and they recommended and wanted to see what it was all about. It's Freaky Friday, and I had a little bit of feedback. One question, and it'll be a quick answer, I guess. But and then I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to show you a couple things that I have going on, because this is all about collecting, really, and I'm assuming most of you all are diecast collectors. So the Ignition Diecast Master Set. Since Ignition Diecast has a business kind of specializes in loose cars, and we deal in a lot of main lines, it occurred to me about a year ago to start keeping one of every car. And like, what if we had like a full set, like from 1968 to the current? And yeah, that's a lot of cars. It's going to take a long time. It's like 14 to 16,000 cars. So as new ones come out, I add them. Those are the easy adds. Backfilling, especially when we get to the 70s and the 60s, they're going to be much tougher, probably more expensive. Definitely more expensive. So the profits from Ignition Diecast kind of go towards building that. I don't really extract profits personally from Ignition Diecast. It mostly goes to buying new inventory and feeding that archive project. So here's three that we're doing today. See them? See them? This one I had to keep because I recently started collecting Land Rovers, and this is a Land Rover Defender 90 in beige. I call it more of a cream. I guess it's beige, but I already have one. This one's going on ice in the library, in the mainline library, and it's just a really cool truck. I think, I don't know, but the new Bronco kind of stole this look. Maybe even the old Bronco 2. I guess it's a matter of opinion. The Honda Civic Custom, which I was a little worried because the last case that I bought, the M case, I bought 4 cases, and in 4 cases there was only one of this car. So I was like, man. And then when I watched the video for the L case, I saw that there's 2 per case in the L case. So I did find this in the store the other day. A lot of people don't like Japanese cars, but I think I already snagged one of these for myself because I'm a Civic collector. So this one's going to that place, you know, the archive, and it has mismatched wheels because it's like, I don't know, I guess it's for drifting or autocross, and they don't give a shit. I know those are called aero discs, but I can never remember what these are called. They came on the new BMW 635, which they really work. Red, white, and blue. Happy 4th of July. And the McLaren Speedtail. I haven't grabbed one of these yet. This is the only one I've found, but I do collect McLaren, so this is one that I will be acquiring for myself. And of course there's a super treasure hunt version of this, Inspector Flame, red or magenta or something like that, and it's kind of a big deal. Where did wheels don't match. Is that supposed to be that way? Doesn't really depict it. I'm assuming this is an error. This is the only one I've seen, so seems like they would come with these and not aero discs. Is that right? I don't know. Maybe it's an error. Should have kept it packaged. Anyway, McLaren Speedtail. And that is the only cars I have to show right now. I think they're kind of thin. But I got two questions. The first was, what else do you collect besides diecast? I don't really collect anything else besides diecast. I collect Star Wars 6-inch Black Series figures, but only certain ones. I have a rule for which ones I get and which ones I don't. And I think on Show and Tell Sunday, I might show you that and show you some other stuff I collect. Just prior to diecast, and actually simultaneous with diecast, I collected records because I used to have a physical record store, and we get shipments in, and I'm like, oh, I got to keep one of those, just like diecast. And I think I had about 1,000 records at one time. I've been collecting records since I was about 13 years old, but like a lot of vinyl collectors, I sold them all off when I was a teenager, and then I built some more up in my 20s, sold those all off, and then most recently, when I had a store, had a pretty hardy heavy metal record collection, but slowly selling those off too, keeping the ones that are important to me, that I really love, and selling off the ones that aren't quite as big a priority. There's some cards that I collect, like Frank Frazetta art cards and Heavy Metal Magazine cards, which is weird. And then there's this one Star Wars series that I collect called the Living Set that Topps released a couple years ago, and they stopped at like 500, I think. But that was really cool, and I guess that's my most valuable collectible because the whole set goes for like $4,000 or $5,000 if you can find a buyer. That's it. That's the only question I got. So I'm going to tell you about a couple things. I'm not going to collect team transports anymore, because I've kind of been nonplussed by the recent ones, and I think when there's a car that I want, I'll just try to acquire the car somehow. But a lot of them are coming with cars that I don't really care about, and I don't really need the transports in the car. Another factor being that the early ones are really expensive. Like I want the Porsche RWB one and some of the Skyline ones, and people want like $40, $50, $60. In the Porsche case, they want like $90 for that team transport set. So I'm just like, I think my funds would be better steered elsewhere. So I'm officially out of the team transport collecting business. I'm going to keep the cars, and the ones that I'm giving up will start to show up at Ignition Diecast in the coming days, in the silver label premium section, loose section. In other news, I am not going to collect Ford Escorts as a general make anymore. I am going to keep collecting the RS 1600s and the RS 2000s. I'm going to transfer these to Plano cases, and I'm going to repurpose this as a Mitsubishi cars box, because I have some Mitsubishi cars, no Evos, mostly 3000 GTs, and they kind of need a home. And stuff is really starting to collect dust. I can spray off the ones on a shelf and the ones in Plano cases, but there's ones that are just kind of loose on flat surfaces here in this room. They fly all over the place when I try to dust them. So unfortunately, I think I need to put more stuff in boxes and have less stuff on display. Plus, no one ever comes in here, so I know where they are. They don't need to really be on display. And the other box, Honda Civic Type R, which I've just been kind of lumping together in here. I'm going to establish separate boxes for every generation. And I don't even, don't even remember what they are. The EK and the EG, the 99, the 2016, the 2018, and then the most recent, the Spoon one, is a 2024. So that probably won't have its own box. I might share a box with the 2018s maybe. So yeah, and I'm going to repurpose this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I have a bunch of miscellaneous. Oh, I know what I'm going to do with this. Cloak and daggers. No. That's going to go in play now. What am I going to use this for? I don't know. Something will go in there, like a make. Maybe Mercury cars. Like right now, all my Mercuries are in the Ford cars box. So I might separate them so that there's Ford cars and Mercury cars. Because I got some Matchbox Cougars recently, which I don't really know what to do with. Anyway, happy Independence Day. I'm going to go toy hunting because supposedly those Family Dollar, Dollar Tree exclusives are supposed to be put out today. I don't know. If I get a bunch of them, I'm going to give them away because the important thing is to beat Kevin to the punch. And yeah, I'll just like give them to you in orders or whatever. So have a good weekend. I will talk to you tomorrow for Slack Ass Saturday. Bye.